Hello viewers, in today's session we shall be studying about the types of numbers. Whenever we talk about numbers, the general picture that comes into mind are the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Or sometimes you also get a 0 because 0 is also a digit. But apart from this, there are several kinds of numbers. We shall be studying about these different varieties of numbers that we have in mathematics. Suppose I give you a basket full of some marbles and I ask you to count how many marbles do we have. You start by counting the first one as 1 and then you go to 2 and then this one will be the third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So once you start counting, you start by a number 1, not with 0. Yes, you start by counting this as 1 and the next one, when you proceed, you say this marble together is the second marble, not as 1.1, not as 1.01 or anything. You just call this as a second marble, and this is a third one, this is fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh and eighth one. So whenever you're counting numbers, you're starting it from 1. So the smallest counting number is 1, and after 1 you go with 2, you go over to 2, then to 3. So those numbers which are also called as counting numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. These set of numbers are called as natural numbers, and you represent these natural numbers by a capital N. Now natural numbers which includes 0, that is a set of numbers which has 0 and all the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are what you call as whole numbers, which are represented by W. And a set of negative natural numbers 0 and the natural numbers together are what you call as integers, like say -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. These are called as integers. They are represented by either Z or I. So all these numbers which are positive, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, which lie to the right side of 0, are called as positive integers represented by Z plus with the plus in the superscript. This is a 0 which is neutral, neither positive nor negative, and to the left side of 0 you have the negative numbers which are represented by Z minus or Z negative, right? So the whole set of numbers from negative, 0 to positive numbers are called as integers, which are represented by Z or I. So if this is either represented by Z plus, they are also represented as I plus. This they are also represented as I minus if you are representing them as I, right? Then we have something called as rational number. A number which can be expressed in the form of P by Q is called as a rational number, like say 3 by 5, like say 7 by 9, like say 15 by say 4. All these are rational numbers, numbers which can be represented in the form of P by Q, where your Q, that is the denominator, is not equal to 0, because any number, any fraction with 0 denominator is not defined. So P and Q, and here this P and Q must be your integers, right? Then those numbers are called as rational numbers, which are also represented by Q. And the numbers that cannot be represented in the form of p by q are called as irrational numbers. Now, what are irrational numbers? Irrational numbers, as I told you, are those which cannot be represented in this form of p by q. That is, those which are not rational are called irrational. Well, this is the definition of it. But how do you explain about this? Suppose, say, you have a number in the form 2.15697832454, so on, so on. So if you observe here, after the decimal, you have so many digits which are never ending. So you have a non-terminating decimal, right? And these digits after the decimal do not follow any pattern. Like, say for example, I have a number 1.737373, so on. So this, if you observe, after the decimal, this 73 is getting repeated in the same pattern after the decimal point, and this is continuous, goes on. So you represent this with a bar, 1.73 bar, and you call such decimals as recurring decimals. That is, repeating values after the decimal in the same pattern. But here, if you observe, in this number you don't see any such pattern. So here you call them as non-recurring decimal values. So you have non-terminating decimal. This decimal value is non-terminating, and this is non-recurring. So whenever you have such numbers which are non-terminating decimals and non-recurring decimals together, then you call such numbers as irrational numbers. If either of the conditions is not satisfied, that is, if the decimal is terminating or if the decimal is recurring, you don't call them as irrational. Like, say here 1.737373, so on. Because this is a recurring decimal, you don't call this as an irrational number, you call it as a rational number. Or say, suppose I have a number, say 1.1512. This is of course non-recurring, but this is terminating. That is, it stops here after 2. You don't have any value after this. So you call this kind of number as also a rational number, because any rational number, though I say it is represented in the form of p by q, any p by q number can be represented in its decimal form. And if that decimal form is either terminating or recurring, then that is called as a rational number. But if that decimal value is non-terminating and non-recurring, that means you cannot represent that number in the form of p by q. Such numbers are called as irrational numbers, right? And the set of all these numbers, the set of natural numbers, which is whole numbers, that is integers, and rational numbers together are what you call as real numbers, which is represented by capital R. So if I have to divide numbers or the number system, which is the study of these numbers, I represent them into two categories. One is a real number system and another numbers are complex numbers. Again, in real numbers, we have all numbers, like say rational numbers, natural numbers, whole numbers, integers together as one set, and irrational numbers. So if I am representing the real numbers with capital R, all those numbers which are not rational are irrational, isn't it? So I can say irrational numbers, I can represent it as R minus Q. That is, the whole set of real numbers minus the rational numbers will give you your real numbers. So real numbers are divided into two categories. One category consists of all set, like rational, natural, whole numbers and integers, and another set can be represented as irrational numbers, which is not rational numbers. And then the whole number system can be divided into two categories. One is real part and another is complex part. Now, what are complex numbers? Complex numbers are those numbers which deal with an imaginary number. An imaginary number is represented by I, which is square root of -1. A study of these numbers, and such numbers are usually represented as x plus iy, x minus iy, and so on. So a study is dedicated to a system or to a set of complex numbers, which we call as complex analysis. Let us not focus on complex numbers for now, but yes, please to understand this, that yes, we have something called as complex numbers which deal with imaginary numbers, right? And the study of these complex numbers is called complex analysis. And then we have a real numbers which deals with rationals, natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and all, and irrational numbers together. The study of these numbers is called as real analysis, where all the numbers that you can ever imagine of are called as real numbers.